morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my fellow chingus. Welcome back to another episode of Chimaek Hangout, episode 22, where we discover and discuss on fresh K-pop goodness from music to news, and sometimes the culture of Korea. This show is recorded on the 7th of October 2020. You're with me, Zaito, and welcome back, guys, to another episode of Chimaek Hangout once more. And before I forget, do check out Chimaek Hangout on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as the other possible podcast platform that may be your favorite. Alright, so before we go into our topics and everything for today, I would just like to let you guys know I'm very thankful for some of you guys who dropped me some wishes, as well as I'm very thankful for the rest. It was a good rest. Anyway, let's get into today's topic, which is on our sizzling music with Woju Sonya, CHOCOME, Golden Child, Pump It Up, and lastly, Blackpink, Lovesick Girls. And follow up with today's weekly hot news and topics, we have Justice for Jennie once more. Secondly, military for BTS. And lastly, the 4 what if questions in Kpop. And not to forget, we have a new short segment that I added in for this new session, which is recommended variety, which contains weekly suggestion for variety shows or dramas, depends on what I think. It can be something some of you guys are looking for, or some of you guys have already watched. So I may give a little bit of an opinion and some summary on what it is all about. And for today, just wait until the end of the show to listen to what's the recommended. It is one of my favorite shows, and it is also one of my favorite episodes for variety shows. So look forward to that and stay tuned. For now, let's get with Woju Sonya's CHOCOME's debut as a sub-unit. Alright, so beginning with our sizzling music, we have Woju Sonya debut on 2016 under Starship Entertainment with their previous song Butterfly with 2 music show wins. Wow! This song, Butterfly, we talked about it previously. It was a very good song, but I remember there was a few downfall to it, but thankfully they still was able to win 2 music show wins. So, well done fans, you've done well for your girls. And not to forget, they have already won several awards last year on 2019, like New Korean Wave Artist as well as M2 Hot Star Awards, to name a few. Anyway, let's get into the debut of this new subunit of Woju Sonya, CHOCOME, which, to be honest with you guys, it has a very similar vibe and feels as Orange Caramel from After School, and seems like, I do dare to say, it is a crazy ride of a sub-unit this time. I have really listened to the whole songs. I could say that the whole song is about slunking while cutely expressing feelings for someone who is not getting the hint at all. So you're slunking because of your expression is not being noticed at all. And as an overall song, it is a disco pop song which is similar to Orange Caramel in some ways. And I'll just like to say this first. The meaning behind this song is so cute, so playful, same goes for the MV. However, the downfall for it is the lyrics. As I'll just put a short statement here first. The lyrics itself is repetitive too frequently. If you know what I mean, you can listen to the song and you will see what I'm saying. And I dare to say once more that it is trying to achieve a similar effect as Orange Caramel's My Copycat or Catalina. Either these two songs is quite similar to what this debut song is trying to do. But the thing that makes it different is the lyrics. It's repeating like hell. Another point that I may add in as a negative to this song, maybe I will just say, is the music tone. Both are using disco pop, but with the addition of EDM, although it's a nice way to add it in, but it mess up at some point, personally, my ears to listen to. At some points, it's just too overwhelming. Just some points. And some of you guys may think that it's overall overwhelming, the song. The lyrics itself is just like being evaporated. It's just close up ready. So for this song, I will just say that it provides a good taste as a change to our usual standard K-pop songs. So hopefully the group will last longer like how we have for Orange Caramel, which in their beginning they did not receive much fame at all. So hopefully for CHOCOME will have the same, because the MV, the song itself is good. It's just the lyrics I'll say as overall like that. While that Uju Sonyeo's subunit CHOCOME, although I can't say much about this, but this song itself is very playful in a lot of ways. Just the lyrics. Sadly, the lyrics, I can't let go of this, because it just almost may just revive this kind of disco pop that is missing in the K-pop industry. That's what I think. What do you guys think? You guys think that this is something that is not your taste and you do not care? Well, you can just let me know. Or maybe this is something that you have been looking for. If it is, how so? Just let me know in the comments in our YouTube videos, or you can just drop us a voice message or on our social media on what you think about this. Anyway, moving to our next group, which is the boy group Golden Child, which debuted on 2017 under Woolims Entertainment. However, and sadly, they did not won any music show for the previous song, One Lucid Dreams, after their first ever music win, which was last year on December, sadly to say, because Golden Child has the potential. Actually, every groups that I actually talk about here have the potential. It's just that whether the entertainment company and themselves grabs the chance that were given to them. That's all I'll say. So moving into this song, Pump It Up, this album marks their first return with a refreshing concept after their dark self-discovery trilogy, which consists of Wannabe, Without You, and lastly, their previous song, One Lucid Dreams. And what we can say about this new song, Pump It Up, it is written and composed by Mospig and member Jajun and Tag, which participate in making the rap lyrics. And as overall, it is up-tempo dance track, which if I need to put in terms of lyrics, is about one's fluttering heart after seeing someone they like or something they like, to be much more easier to describe. The first thing that you may realize in this song, as in the music tone, will be the beatboxing, which is a good intro as an additional in the song itself, which brings up so many times better for the music video as well. And to add in, the repeating lyrics of Pump It Up fits so well with the ending touch of beatboxing, a soft vocal, or just a freaking bang as the ending. And if I say this much, it means that it is on the first verse, second verse, as well as the closing. It is such a well done song. Why I say so? It is playful at the same time. It is soothing. In a way, kind of play with your feeling and moods that you're feeling when you actually listen to the song, and adding some pinch of those MSG on it, the MV just did a better job as an additional of MSG to the song. If you understand what I'm saying to this about. Anyway, in this song itself, there are so many ways to be pumped up. Something like as simple as showing you that you like or you are enjoying a delicious cake, winning a game match, winning a lottery, or simply enjoying another person's misfortune like getting scared in a horror movie. They are showing these ways as a term of fluttering heart after seeing something they like. So this may be something I can say things or hobby, but at the same time, it is showing that you're falling in love, you're enjoying something. So the MV itself is showing things, but these things itself represent so many meaning as your significant other in multiple ways. But the main point of the MV is about pump up while listening and looking at them. As a person who are watching, if you're a fan, if you're not a fan but you enjoy to it, you will feel pumped up by looking at them, by listening to the song. So they are just saying that they may be the reason why to pump it up. But I just like to say, don't deny it to all those fans out there. Those solo shots of the boys are just too good, so don't tell me you did not get pumped up, especially those are in the fandom of Golden Child, right? So overall, I do say the song worth a music show win. 1, 2 or multiple music show win is worth it. But we have Blackpink in this time, so which may be hard. However, the song, the MV, it worth your time to actually watch and listen to it, especially during these dark times of pandemic that's happening. Hopefully you guys can enjoy this song, Golden Child, coming up to give you guys some energy while you are stuck at home or pretty much working at home, if you're someone who is working, that is, or you're just studying at home, is also possible. So pump it up, take it as a song to energize you during those times. Alright, so with that, these are the 2 songs that we talked about as a warm-up before we get into the big ones. With this, we'll end our part 1 and see you guys in part 2. Let's go!
Hello guys, like what you're listening to? Please do follow us on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram page. Links are in the description, and let's move on to part 2.
Welcome back to Chimaek Hangout episode 22 part 2. Now we'll be continuing with our Sizzling versus with Blackpink, debuted on 2016 under YG Entertainment, won a total of 2 music show wins for their previous song Kill This Love, and not to forget, they have won multiple awards locally in Korea as well as the international stage for the year 2019 as well as 2020 this year. And before we go into our new song, Lovesick Girls, let's listen to it a little bit to see what it is all about. Alright, so that's Lovesick Girls from Blackpink, and not to forget, I would like to say, I'm impressed, Blackpink. I'm impressed. Why so? Blackpink had outdone themselves once again with Lovesick Girls becoming the fastest Korean girl group MV to surpass 10 million views within the first hour. And not to forget, Jisoo and Jennie both contributed in the lyrics for the title songs, which Jisoo described the songs itself as a hopeful song, about the pain of love with an aspiration message, getting back on your feet and rising above heartbreak. Another thing is Jennie actually participated in the song production. Well, if we need to go into much deeper on what this is all about, Lovesick Girls, well, I'd just like to say it channels a very classic YG entertainment sound. Although I would like to say the subgenre Teddy sound still exists, but mainly it is big and chunky. These two are the things that actually are the basic classic of YG. It is a dance pop with a guitar driven heart, trading between a emotion versus basically a freezier chorus. Both segments, I would say it works very well together, which usually is a minor miracle when it deals with Blackpink title songs. The mix of ballad with pop beats, refreshing coming from Blackpink as something a little bit newer. I do say the melody itself is memorable, it's soothing, fun to listen to, but at some point the vocal just went missing. It just evaporated away. However, at the same time, it was overcome with stronger vocal performance whenever the issue happens, which bring a balance, especially whenever it is Jisoo or Rose that are singing in the songs. While in the second verse itself, which is driven more on rap, and the instrumental wisely was added in as a layer, then pulling it back during their first part of the song, the guitar itself had become a very good treat, giving the verse a very welcome urgency that works so well directly after the chorus, if you know what I mean. If you do not know, basically this is when after the rap and the dance and the chorus, in the middle, you can start from the middle of the MV to understand what I'm talking about. Well, as I said, I'm very impressed with the song, the melody, production input. The chorus song in the MV during the lyrics, "We are the Lovesick Girls," it represents in the MV so well. Heartbreak in their own ways, like running through the empty streets, moaning alone in the car, or as well as in a bathtub, I could say. But despite the tears from the MVs, the uplifting chorus for the better days, as they dance their way through the pain and taking a freeing ride into the countryside in a comfortable together, which is a very nice way to put in the MV when you are talking about love. And I would like to say, I'm more impressed on how they actually portray the meaning of love in both ways, in the MV as well in the lyrics, in a way that I can say it reality hits you hard. Why so? Well, I'm talking of this in the standpoint of a relationship as well as a human being. So here's the lyrics, which is an English translation on mine of it. Most of it are in English. "We are lovesick girls. We can't just end this love on your own. We are lovesick girls. I'm nothing without the pain. But we are born to be alone. Yeah, we are born to be alone. But why we are still looking for love?" Have you ever asked yourself this question as a human being, not in a relationship, but as a human being? Why are we looking for love? Have you ever wondered that? Well, for this lyric itself that I just read out, I would just like to say, for the every girl's word mentioned, you just replace it with a guy, with a me, lovesick me, with a guy, with a girl, with a parents, whatever you put, the meaning will always be the same. Well, I'll say for every of it almost the same, where I can say that love can be warm, love can be happiness, love can be pain, and lastly, love can be dangerous. But I can certainly say 100% that we are craving for it and looking for it. Why? We need it, as without it, we may as well be nothing. As mentioned, I'm nothing without this pain. We need the pain to feel the love. Without the love, we are nothing. We are just an empty shell in a way. This song is so deep that I just say, freaking hell! Well, with that said, I'll just like to move on into something much more brighter and to understand much more on the MV in some other terms before we say the overall of this MV and what I think about it. So moving on into something much more brighter, it will be the smoking hot lid inside Lovesick Girls MV. Have you guys ever wondered who is this, and have you guys seen him before? If you guys who are blinks, possible you've seen him before. But for me myself, I need to do a little bit of digging to actually find out. The handsome lead goes by the name of Loren. That'll be Loren. You can Google. He is a musician under Black Label, and he has written multiple songs from Blackpink as well as Sumi. And at multiple times, you have already seen him appear with Rose for covers, as well as some pictures where he actually visited the ice cream set last time for Blackpink. If I remember correctly, there were pictures that was released. So for this rising star, look forward to it. He will be appearing soon, sometime in the future for sure, hopefully, alright. So moving to the next thing is a fan theory. Instead of my simple theory that I talked about just now, let's dive a little bit deeper into this Blinks theory of you guys. Most of you guys out there are theorists as well, so what you guys think about the MV? So one of it, you're talking about basically the main story of the Lovesick Girls love story. As for Jennie, with the hammer written for you, it was actually smashed on the car, which represent her past love. Just like how in Jennie's scene, as I mentioned, it just hit it off. Meanwhile, for Jisoo, it is more like a love that's hopeful and somehow desperate. She wants to go back in time, chase the past, and be with the one she still loves. And another point is where we have the cornflower, which is the blue flower, which symbolizes hope, devotion, anticipation, as well as love. So this is very well written. But another point for another Blink is saying is Jisoo's personal victory. It's her overcoming the feeling of heartbreak. The hourglass has already flown away, it's going empty, it's representing her victory of breaking off from the past. So Jisoo has been free from the love, and another point that I can say is maybe she's the first girlfriend in this MV, that's why she's alone. She's the only one without the man. And this is another represent that I can say. But the third one is a little bit fast-fetched, because they are saying it is a sequel to Stay, where we can see in Rosebud, this is especially for Rosebud, where Stay is talking about how they want their special one to stay with them. But if he didn't and they got broken, here is where Lovesick are saying that even if love is painful and it hurts them in the past, which represents Stay's envy, they will choose to love again. That's how Rose is represent, where she's holding the guitar in Stay envy, as well as now she's holding it again. And moving on to the last one, I would just like to say is I agree so much regarding to this. The envy is a tragic to happiness. Why? It's basically love, loneliness to friendship. So love as in loving the boyfriend, loneliness when it comes to breakup, friendship as in the love, newfound love within friends. So this is another way I can actually relate to what I actually talked about earlier regarding to love that is needed by ourselves, which is kind of relatable in a lot of ways for you and me as well. So moving on to the last one here, we are talking about the heartbreaking inspiration for Jennie's rap inside basically the lyrics of Lovesick Girls. As common for haters, you guys have already seen a bloody much about her title of YG Princess. Although it may not seem to have negative usage, but use it to indicate the bias of the company to her, which to her it may be painful in a way. So I myself, as well as a lot of fans who are Blinks, conclude that the links that are written by Jennie possible is a result of severe hate she received. Despite a luxury and princess image she had, Jennie is rather down to earth actually. We have seen her multiple times. She in fact had already shared multiple times about the hardship that the girls face in the process of training. So, and in V Live, there's once a while she talked about that. So it's always hurtful when it's one's hard work and effort had been just underestimated, undermined. In fact, a bulk of songs inside this album itself, the album, talks about the hate the girls receive. Unfortunately, the price of fame always comes this way. So it's a vicious cycle in a way, but at least to relieve it, she actually written it into a rap, which is a good way. I'll just give an applause here. Yep. So overall, I don't think Lovesick Girls, I can say that it's up there with the group's very best songs, but it's certainly not a patch on YG's classic like Crook or I Love You, because it's very different. It's a mix of the subgenre Teddy sound, so it's kind of refreshing. And not to forget, the girls actually participate in the productions. But it's pretty satisfying to hear Blackpink come back that does not include those feeble drop chorus and the predictable chanting outro, as you know what I mean. So the song itself is a very, very nice song. So overall, if I need to represent the songs that they have already released of all, the top 3, this usual top 3 I will still put in, because of the songs that come back basically last week and this week. It's kind of a little bit challenging for me, but for sure, first place, Lovesick Girls. Second place, I'll give to Golden Child. Pump It Up, it was actually pumping me up. I won't deny that it was quite good to listen to. And lastly, Chonchomi. It's really I will say that much, because it doesn't give a very, well, it's nice to listen to, it's playful, but in a way, I can't really say much about the songs. Yeah. Anyway, putting those 3 aside, I'll just like to say, these are the 3, although I may rank it this way, but the songs are nice to listen to in a way. You want it pumping, something much more dark and cheerful, something on a brighter girlish side. You can just choose which one to listen to. All are nice, it's just that this ranking is what I think of when it comes to comeback. And these 3 are the one that grabs my attention from last week and this week. And a special mention, since I was on the break, it was Chonhwa with Christopher, Bad Boy. So this song is a song, actually a collaboration from Christopher and Chonhwa. It's an English song. A song where it describes a years-long relationship starts to show loose ends, where the girls want a bad boy for a change. So while the boy is trying to be something what the girls want, but in the end the girls want the bad boy. This is a long relationship where they are trying to fix up, or maybe they need to change around, because as you know, relationship after years going on, you need something new, and the girls always want something new, the boys also want something new. And for this, it is bad boy. While the boy was trying to not be a bad boy, but now you suddenly want a bad boy, he can't do it. It is already out of his capability. So why you want to do this to me? The boy is asking, while the girl is saying, I want it. So the song is simple as that, but overall, as the tone of the song is a very well done song. Do give it a chance to listen to and see what you think about it. So moving on into our weekly hot news and topic. This time I prepared something much more simple and light for you guys. One of it is related to our songs we talk about from Jennie, where basically the outfit, the nurse outfit of Jennie on Lovesick Girls. Someone is saying, or basically the health and medical workers of Union of Korea spoke out saying that the outfit of Jennie, the nurse outfit with short skirt, is exposing and sexualizing the occupation. While multiple nurses around the world, multiple nurse, actors, fans are saying, what the hell you're talking about? Their outfit are also like that. Why are you describing it this way instead? Shouldn't it be something much more minor in a way? So in a way that I can say this is just a freaking bullshit that they do not have anything to do and just blast it out. You should just keep those words to yourself, because you think that maybe this is someone in a senior of in the union of nurse of medical, I guess. But for nurse out there, a lot are saying this is very, very common. So I do not see why is it going this way. However, as of today, during this recording itself, YG had already made an update and saying that they will remove away the scene. So this is just a little bit what they actually say. They have really deleted all the scene with the nurse outfit and they're replacing it with the edited version soon. So by the time you listen to this, it is possible to be released already. So they say that they'll be taking a reflection to actually heavily reflect on this responsibility that been laid out to us due to this fact, as well as a deep apology to nurses who are feeling discomfort by this. And in the end, although we have fans are saying not to do it, not to remove it, not to change it, but YG think it's the best to actually do it. So I don't think it's a bad way. At least the entertainment company takes charge and the responsibility to do an action, which is better than not doing anything or just basically giving a plain response. If you want to give a plain response, at least give a valid long, maybe something a bit longer, long essay response would be nice, saying that why we'll be keeping it, why is this, we are thankful for the support. That will be the maybe in the multiverse where they actually did not change it, but for now they decide to change it. That's all I can say. Secondly, we have Korean politics. We are talking about BTS Army beside the first one. BTS Army, or should I say military for BTS, is basically about the discussion for all the members of BTS to serve together in 2025. So this one is aligned with the reason why Jin must join military no matter what under the current law. So considering the youngest member Jungkook enlistment is still some time away, fans may not see that the group will be complete for the next 5 years. Therefore, the government and the politics circles are taking into consideration and discussion on the enlistment to be delayed for basically the senior members of the group. Until Jungkook is ready to go, which is around 2025, they will actually do it. So there may be a delay So I'm not really sure how this will be done, but this is proposed basically on the 3rd of September. It means sometime in the past that we discussed about this as well. So yeah, hopefully this law will allow individuals who have this kind of contribution to have this kind of delay as a special term. So in other words, this is better than the previous one where they say they need to exempt from the army, from the military trainings. This will be, maybe I would say it is much more an alternative service since BTS has introduced the whole world to Korea itself, and Korea to the whole world, vice versa ways. So postpone, I think, will be a much more benefit, or maybe something a perk for them, instead of just basically exempt all of them, which can basically cause a rout in Korea for this kind of thing, because we have Olympic gold medalists who are actually valuable as well, but they do not receive this kind of treatment. So maybe a delay will be something much better. Alright, so doing this way in a delay, in my opinion, it will be a better choice than just exempting them overall. Alright, so moving to our last topic we'll be talking about today, which is the 4 what if questions. So this is something that I've seen a lot that's talked about on Reddit, on a 4 what if that may have caused butterfly effects in the K-pop world. One of it is related to our previous topic, which is on BTS. What we're talking about, firstly, we'll go on what if Big Bang G-Dragon stayed as SM Entertainment. Have you ever thought of that? Because G-Dragon actually stayed in SM Entertainment before he got interest in rapping, and basically YG decide to pursue him to actually join his company. Because G-Dragon used to be in SM, what happened during that time? He may as well, I would say, yeah, it may as well just be a different team, or maybe it won't even be famous at all. Because without Big Bang, YG will not make it. It's because of Big Bang that we have today this YG Entertainment. We can say, without Big Bang, we may as well do not have Blackpink. Alright, because Blackpink as of right now is one of the biggest girl group as we talk about. So what if? Have you ever thought about that? To me, if that did happen, maybe it is a hit of miss, I can say. For SM, that is, maybe Big Bang. Maybe G-Dragon will be inside Super Junior instead. Possible to happen. But he is now inside Big Bang. Put in the comments what you think about this. Secondly, will be what if JYP had gotten accepted in SM Entertainment? This is a very, very interesting thing, because Park Ji-hyun was talking about this. He did audition for SM in the past. However, he was rejected. But if he was joined into SM, what may happen? One thing is, JYP will never exist. It means we do not have Miss A, we do not have Wonder Girls, we do not have Twice, we do not have Day6, we do not have 2PM, 2AM. So many groups will go missing. Think about that. That is scary. Without JYP, we will never have so many groups, especially nobody but you. I need to do that. That's just one thing I need to do. And thirdly, we will say this. It's related to the previous one, JYP. What happened if Park Shin-hyun stay at JYP Entertainment? And talk about that, if JYP wasn't made, he won't be here. And if he stay here, we won't have BTS. if he actually stayed in JYP and did not establish Big Hit Entertainment, BTS may never exist. That's how scary it is. So he actually left the company to create Big Hit, and that's how BTS actually exists. It is something like a butterfly chain reaction. So without JYP, we will not have Bang Shin-hyo, and in the end, we do not have the company, and we do not have BTS. So it's very, very scary to see this happen. And lastly, I would like to say JYP in the progress during Wonder Girls, 2pm, 2am, Miss A. What happened if he accepted some of the present biggest artists such as BTS J-Hope, IU, as well as EXO Sumi? These three basically artists was actually rejected. And I will say for J-Hope and Sumi, basically they'll be added into some groups, which I can say maybe GOT7, Day6, or maybe these two groups, or maybe I don't think so Stray Kids, that's too young, or maybe 2am and 2pm as well, possible. While for IU, she may possibly be in a girl group instead. Wow, that's kind of different. For her to actually sing so many songs as a solo with a high pitch, I can't imagine her being in a girl group instead. Well, we have seen a few special performances where she's in a group, but I can't imagine for it to actually happen. So yeah, if this really did happen, it's gonna be a very, very crazy things to actually do. So with that, let's move on to our new segment, which is recommended variety. So before I end the show, the recommended variety for this week is actually Running Man episode 62, which I could actually call it a Song Ji-hyo special in China. So for you guys, a little bit of summary. This is a 2-episode series, 61 and 62 episodes, which both of it are aired in 2011 or September. Location in Beijing, China. What it is all about? It is about Song Ji-hyo, which did not appear in episode 61, which was replaced by Kang Ji-young, which is in basically the old group Kara as a substitute in episode 61. And we do have other guests as well as Kim Jong-hyun as well as Lee Yong-hee, who are guests. And what it is all about is actually about a special episode where Song Ji-hyo, in an acting side of, maybe I should say a kung fu scene, a village where she need to tear everyone's tag away with someone as an assistant, but this assistant cannot lie. For the whole show, this assistant actually was saying the truth, but no one actually believed. So who we are talking about and how the show goes, whether she win, whether she lose, do check out episode 62 to find out. This is one of the best episodes that I can remember after so many years. If you are finding for Running Man episodes to laugh about, to watch, to have fun, I will tell you, this is one of the ones that you have so much fun to watch. I know Running Man have gone through so many changes. It has been about 10 years. But this is one of the ones that I can remember the most when it comes to international episodes. So if you have a chance, do watch it and see whether you like it or not. Because without this episode, I can say future international episode may not have happened frequently. Because this is one of the much more higher rating episode that I can remember during that time. Have a chance? Watch it. If you cannot look for it, well, we do have a lot of places you can watch it, especially on Viki and other sites as well. Alright, so with that, I will be ending our show for today with a little bit of teaser where we will be talking about a little sister of a very famous girl group leader. If you know what I'm talking about, then you see this is a very debut I've been expecting and unexpected to be happening in 2020. If you know who I'm talking about, look forward to it. The term that I'm talking about, little sister of a famous girl group leader. If you understand who we are talking about, look forward to it. So with that, like usual, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're watching from YouTube, and do follow us on any of our podcast platform. Lastly, be excited and challenge yourself, as everyone's timing for dreams is different. With that, annyeong guys, and see you guys next week.